Wait a sec. What if I told you a battle-tested $580 rifle absolutely smokes your $2,000 AR-15 in some of the most critical metrics? Yeah, sounds crazy, right? But the big box gun shops are practically hiding this stuff from you because, let's be real, the profit margins on the cool guy gear are just way higher. Today, I am dropping 10 highly underrated rifles that group tighter, run cleaner, or just pack better than your standard builds. We're talking about everything from backpack survival tools cheaper than your last impulse buy upper, all the way to the high-tier operators used by special forces. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now, because the intel I'm unleashing today could slash your next build budget by thousands while doubling your capability. Let's get to work. We are kicking this off with a serious contender for the ultimate survival tool, the Henry AR-7. And honestly, I'm starting here because it's arguably the best bang for your buck on this entire list. People often sleep on this thing because it looks quirky, but at $290, it is a masterpiece of utility. Chambered in 22 LR with a blowback semi-auto action, it lets you put follow-up shots on small game fast. It comes with two 8-round magazines, which is plenty for a survival scenario, though you can grab extended mags for cheap if you want to have a little more fun at the range. Here is the magic trick. It weighs just 3.5 pounds and breaks down into two pieces. The barrel, action, and magazines all stow inside the floating, yes, floating, hard polymer stock. No tools required. You just snap it together and you are ready to rock. The only downside? If you mount an optic on the top rail, it won't fit back inside the stock. But for a truck gun or a deep woods backpack rifle, the AR-7 is legendary for a reason. Stepping up in firepower, but keeping that backpack mentality, we have the Kel-Tech SU-16C. This is often dubbed the Swiss Army knife of the modern gun world. It's tailor-made for preppers, survivalists, and anyone who needs 5.56 capability in a tiny package. Kel-Tech releases these in small batches, so if you see one in the wild, grab it. These unicorns disappear fast. Now there are a few versions of this rifle, but the C model, the Charlie, is the one you want. It features a unique underfolding stock. Unlike some of its siblings, the Charlie model can actually be fired while folded, though it's mostly designed to be packed away. Weighing in at just 4.7 pounds with a 16-inch barrel, it is ridiculously light. It takes standard AR mags, has a built-in bipod in the handguard, and uses a gas piston system that keeps carbon out of the action. It's not a frontline battle rifle, but as a get-home gun that fits in a tennis racket bag, it's unbeatable at roughly $580. Now, let's bridge the gap between East and West. After the PSA JAKL made waves, Palmetto State Armory dropped the VOOC. This thing is the answer to everyone who wanted a rifle that respects the classic AK styling but brings modern American usability to the table. The VOOC uses a 4.5mm trunnion reminiscent of the AK-74, which opens you up to a world of aftermarket Zenitco-style furniture. But here's where it gets cool. It uses an AK-19-style grip designed to fit an AR-15 platform. That means you get the ergonomics you're used to, plus compatibility with AR fire control groups. PSA also listened to the community. They moved the charging handle to the bolt carrier, true AK style, but added a bolt hold open feature, which is a huge quality of life upgrade. With a polymer lower handguard ready for accessories and a modernized mag release paddle you can actuate with your thumb, the VOOC is shaping up to be the perfect hybrid for guys who can't decide between an AR and an AK.
If we're talking about underrated, the Robinson Armament XCR-L is the poster child.
This rifle was a contender in the SCAR trials years ago, and frankly, a lot of shooters think it should have won. The XCR combines the reliability of an AK-47's long-stroke gas piston with the ergonomics of an AR-15 and the finesse of an FN-FAL. It features a heavy-duty 3-lug rotating bolt and a 5-setting adjustable gas system. That means you can tune this gun to run smooth as butter, whether you're running hot defensive ammo or a high back pressure suppressor. The real superpower here is modularity. With one hex wrench and a few minutes, you can swap calibers. You can go from 5.56 NATO to 300 Blackout, 7.62 by 39, or even 6.5 Grendel using the same upper. Plus, the charging handle is non-reciprocating, and the controls are fully ambidextrous right out of the box. At an MSRP of around $2,200, you are getting a rifle that does everything a SCAR does, but with better modularity. Next up, we have a newcomer that looks like it walked right out of a sci-fi movie, the IWI Carmel. Based on the combat-proven Israeli systems, The US version is a semi-auto 5.56 rifle that utilizes a short-stroke gas piston. What makes the Carmel fascinating is its construction. It uses a blend of steel, aluminum, and high-impact polymer to keep the weight manageable while remaining incredibly durable. It's fully ambidextrous. Safety, mag release, bolt catch, everything is mirrored. Even the charging handle can be swapped to either side, and it's non-reciprocating, so you won't snag your thumb. It features a cold hammer-forged, chrome-lined barrel that is free-floated for accuracy. You've got M-lock slots everywhere you need them and a continuous top rail for optics. The stock folds and adjusts for both length of pull and cheek height, bringing the overall length down to just 26 inches for transport. At $17,099, it's a premium import that offers a very different feel from your standard AR.
Speaking of futuristic, let's talk bullpups. The Springfield Hellion is the US legal version of the Croatian VHS2, a rifle that has seen serious military service globally. Because the action is behind the trigger, you get a full 16-inch barrel in a package that is only 28 inches long overall. That is CQB gold. Springfield made some smart tweaks for the American market, most notably making it compatible with standard AR-15 magazines rather than the proprietary European ones. It runs on a short-stroke gas piston with a 2-position regulator, perfect for suppressor use. The ergonomics are distinct, with a reversible ejection system that actually works well for lefties. It looks a bit weird with that carry handle aesthetic, but the balance is superb. It's quickly gaining traction as a top-tier bullpup option. But you can't talk bullpups without mentioning the king. When shooters think modern bullpup, they think of the IWI X95. This rifle has dominated the segment for years, and for good reason. The X95 fixes the biggest complaint people usually have with bullpups, the trigger. The stock trigger pack breaks cleanly at about 5 to 6 pounds. It's not a match trigger, but for a battle rifle, it is excellent. The ergonomics are where this gun shines. The controls are laid out similarly to an AR, so the learning curve is short. It's incredibly short, just 26 inches overall, making it a dream for getting in and out of vehicles or clearing rooms. The long-stroke gas piston system is famously reliable, eating whatever ammo you feed it. It's a little back-heavy, which actually makes it easy to hold on target with one hand while you're reloading. If you want a battle-proven bullpup, this is still the gold standard.
I promised you 10 rifles, and I can't leave out the CZ Bren 2Ms. This is the rifle that gives the SCAR nightmares. Adopted by the Czech military and used by the GIGN in France, the Bren 2 is an absolute workhorse. It uses a lightweight aluminum receiver and a carbon fiber reinforced polymer lower, making it significantly lighter than many of its competitors. The short-stroke gas piston system is insanely smooth shooting. I mean, the recoil impulse on this thing is practically non-existent. It features a non-reciprocating charging handle, fully ambidextrous controls, and a modular handguard system. The best part? You can usually find these for under $2,000, making it a direct and, honestly, often superior competitor to rifles that cost nearly twice as much. It is rugged, reliable, and criminally underrated in the US market. Now we're entering the heavy hitter category. The FN SCAR 16S needs no introduction. Used by special operations units around the globe, this is the rifle that set the bar for modern piston-driven platforms. Based on its big brother, the SCAR 17, the 16S is chambered in 5.56 NATO. It features that iconic, love it or hate it, UGG boot side-folding stock, which is actually incredibly comfortable and adjustable. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. It does have some quirks. It can be picky with magazines, specifically Gen 2 PMags, which can actually damage the bolt catch. And yes, the price tag is steep. But in return, you get a rifle with a reciprocating charging handle, though newer models finally offer a non-reciprocating option that is famously reliable in adverse conditions. From the mild recoil to the sheer cool factor, if you have the cash, the SCAR is a bucket list gun. Finally, we arrive at the bleeding edge. At first glance, the SIG Sauer MCX Spear LT looks like an AR-15, but don't be fooled. This is the civilian evolution of the US Army's next-generation squad weapon program. The Spear LT takes everything good about the AR-15 and modernizes it for the 21st century. It keeps the manual of arms you already know, so no retraining required, but adds a folding stock, a robust piston system tailored for suppressor use, and a fully ambidextrous lower receiver. I particularly love the right side bolt release. Once you get used to it, you'll never want to go back. It was designed specifically to handle the weight of modern accessories like lights, lasers, and suppressors while remaining balanced. Reliability has been flawless in reports, and field stripping is a breeze. The downside? The MSRP hits hard at around $2,729. But if you want the closest thing to what the tip of the spear is carrying right now, this is it. So we've covered the spectrum, from a $290 floating survival rifle to a $2,700 Apex Predator. Whether you're looking to stash a backup gun in your truck or you're building out a professional-grade kit, one of these rifles solves a problem better than a generic rack-grade AR-15. But I want to hear from you. If shit hits the fan tomorrow, are you grabbing the reliable simplicity of the Kel-Tech SU-16, or are you trusting your life to the high-tech SIG Spear? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more no BS gear breakdowns. I'll catch you in the next one.